Today we are going to be conducting torsional pendulum experiment. In this experiment, our aim is to determine the moment of inertia of the circular disc. This is the disc. Okay, this is the disc. And also we are going to be calculating rigidity modulus of the wire. This is the wire. This is the wire. Okay, this is all overall. This is all overall the torsional pendulum setup. The upper end is fixed, the lower end is connected by the circular disc. This type of setup we can call it as a torsional pendulum. But what is the difference in between simple pendulum and torsional pendulum? In simple pendulum also, upper end is fixed, lower end is connecting the bob. But here in the lower end, in the torsional pendulum, we are going to be connecting the circular disc. Then what is the difference? In simple pendulum, we are going to be applying a load like this. We are going to be applying a force like this. Okay, then we will get oscillatory motion in linear. Motion is in linear, oscillatory motion we will get. But in torsional pendulum, the application of the torsional pendulum is we are going to be measuring the rigidity modulus of the wire and torsional moment of inertia of the circular disc with that. But torsional rigidity modulus means in the rigidity modulus, whatever we are going to be applying a force, meaning of the rigidity modulus is, the rigidity modulus can be defined as it is a tangential stress by shearing strain. Tangential means we are going to be applying a force like this, rotating. Like this force we are going to be applying. When we are applying tangential force, this force we can call it tangential force. When we are going to be applying that force, we will get oscillation in rotatory motion. See, we will get rotation. When we are taken this notch is a reference point. So it when going, then it will coming means one oscillation. It will be going, then it will be coming this side, then this is oscillation. Oscillation means to and fro motion of the oscillating body. Then what is the difference in between the simple pendulum? In case of simple pendulum, whatever we are going to be applying a force, longitudinal force, that is a Young's modulus. Longitudinal means along its length, parallelly. But in rigidity modulus, whatever we are going to be applying a force, tangentially. Tangential means rotating, twist. Tangential means twist. When we are applying a tangential force, the circular disc is going to be giving oscillation the time period we want. Okay, we have a formula to calculate moment of inertia of the circular disc and rigidity modulus of the given wire. We have a formula. Which are those formulas? Here we can see. To calculate moment of inertia, we have I is equal to mr square by 2. M is the mass of the circular disc. Mass of the circular disc we are providing. Then R is the radius of the circular disc. The radius of the circular disc. This is the circular disc. We are going to measure the radius of the circular disc. We will tell you how to measure the radius of the circular disc. Then after, rigidity modulus. We have a formula to calculate the rigidity modulus. Rigidity modulus eta. Sometimes we are small and we are using, or this is eta. Eta is equal to 8 pi I divided by r to the power of 4. 8 pi I divided by r to the power of 4 into L by T square mean. Where eta is the rigidity modulus, 8 pi I is moment of inertia of the circular disc divided by small r. Small r is the radius of the wire. Directly we cannot be get the radius, but we are going to be measuring the diameter of the wire by using a screw gauge. Then once we know the diameter divided by 2, we will get a radius. Okay, by using screw gauge we are going to be measuring the radius. Means small r means radius of the wire. Small r means radius of the wire. Capital R is the radius of the circular disc. That is only the difference. How to calculate, I will tell you later. L by T square. L is the length. L is the length in between two chuck nuts. Here we have two chuck nuts na, above one. Length of the wire. L is the length of the wire. That we are measuring in between the two chuck nuts. By using a meter scale, by using this scale, by using meter scale, we are going to be measuring how much its length. Means L means length of the wire. That length of the wire we are going to be taking in between the two chuck nuts. Okay. Then T is the time period. T is the time period. For that, we are going to be conducting the experiment. Okay, how to calculate time period? Okay, before going to be calculating time period, we have some observations we can see. We have some observations. Which are those observations? Okay, by taking example on already done this experiment, record example. For example, you can see there. Yeah. You can see we have some observation this experiment. M, mass of the circular disc, M, mass of the disc, circular disc, we are giving 950 grams. That we are converted into kg, means 950 into 10 raised to minus 3 kg. This is gram, this is kg. Then radius of the circular disc, how to calculate? Circumference divided by 2 pi. We have to measure the circumference by using this thread. Just for example, this is a circular disc. You should measure the circumference by using this thread. By using this thread, how much its circumference? Just you can do. Okay, circumference you can calculate. Yeah, like this. How much it circumference? Okay, after that you measure what is the length by using a scale. Okay, it means that by using a thread, by the help of thread, we are going to be measuring a circumference. How much it have a centimeter means already they are measured. 37 centimeter it have a circumference divided by 2 pi. 2 into 3.142 we will get circumference in centimeter. That centimeter we are converted into meter. But radius of the wire, this radius of the wire, we are going to be measured through screw gauge. Okay, before going to be measured the radius of the wire by using a screw gauge, we have a least count. We have to find out the least count of the screw gauge. Formula: pitch divided by total number of divisions on the head scale. Pitch is 1 millimeter divided by total number of divisions of the head scale is 100 is equal to 0.01 millimeter. 1 divided by 100 is equal to 0.01 millimeter. Then how they are note down the pitch and how they are note down the total number of head scale division? We can observe the screw gauge. This is the screw gauge. This is the screw gauge. Okay. This is in millimeter. Head scale. Now what I am rotating, this is head scale. This is the pitch scale. This is the pitch scale. That we are not observing the lines. Yeah, here we have a lines. This is a pitch scale. Yeah. You can see there. Pitch scale. In the pitch scale, this is pitch scale. This one is head scale. This one I am rotating. This is head scale. This is pitch scale. In the pitch scale, first line is 0. The second line is 1 millimeter. The value of one line in the pitch scale is 1 millimeter. But in the head scale, this is head scale. In the head scale, you can see 10, 20, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 0 and 100 both are same. Total number of divisions on the head scale is 100. Pitch scale, the value of one line is 1 millimeter. So that 1 divided by 100, we will get the least count of this screw gauge in millimeter. Then how to calculate the radius of the wire? Okay, just keep radius, we cannot be get directly, we can measure diameter. How to do? How to conduct? Just in between the two ends, in between these two ends of the screw gauge, you can put the wire like this and rotate the screw gauge up to tighten of the two ends. We will get one click. You will get after tightened, yeah, you will get one click. Then after you are now doing pitch scale and head scale. Okay, here in the pitch scale we have one vertical line, that is the scale for pitch scale, but one horizontal line is there na. This horizontal line is reference point to note down the head scale. In the pitch scale we are observing only first line means 0, means pitch scale reading is 0. Then what about head scale? How to note down head scale reading? Here one horizontal line is there na. Here, yeah, around this is already, yeah, you can see 40, around 45. Similarly, like this we are now taking the reading from the screw gauge. For example, I am showing here, we have a table. Yeah, where 3 different trial means 3 different places of the wire where they are taken. Pitch scale anyhow we will get 0. This is the table for to measure the radius of the wire. We want radius of the wire, that's why we are measuring. Pitch scale is 0. First trial, pitch scale is 0. Head scale they will get 50. So one more column is there, corrected head scale division or head scale reading, both are same. They are adding 2. 50 is the head scale reading plus 2, they will make 52. Corrected head scale reading or head scale division is 2. Why they are adding 2? That 2 is a 0 correction. How we are not downing 0 correction? It is very simple. You take a screw gauge, you tighten the two ends. Here 0 of the head scale. Zero of the head scale, if suppose that is above the horizontal line of the pitch scale. Now it is above. How much division it is above? From the reference line. From the horizontal line, the 0 of the head scale, how much above? If suppose above, ZC is positive. 0 is below from the reference line, ZC is negative. But here you can see 0 is above the horizontal line of the pitch scale, so we are counting how much above 1, 2, like this. If suppose sometimes we will get 5, sometimes we will get 6, sometimes we will get 2, 3, 4. 0 is above the reference line of the pitch scale, ZC is positive. If suppose 0 of the head scale is below the horizontal line of the pitch scale, we will take ZC is negative. But in this case, 0 of the head scale is 2 division above the horizontal line, that's why they are taken 2, ZC is plus 2. So 52. Like this we are correcting the head scale reading. Then this is the formula to measure the diameter of the wire. Total reading is equal to PSR plus corrected head scale division into least count. So PSR is 0 plus CHSD is 52 into least count is 0.01. After multiplying these two, you will get 0.52. You will get diameter. Diameter divided by 2 when we made, we will get a radius. Okay, this is the first trial. And different place, we are going to be one more trial. Another place, we are going to be third trial. Like this, we are going to doing. The finally, we will get the radius of the 3 trial. Adding these 3 divided by 3, we will get a mean radius. Add all the 3 and divided by 3, we will get a mean radius. This is how, like this we are going to be measuring the radius of the wire by using screw gauge. Okay, then we will get radius. and also we want time period. Time period. How to conduct time period? Okay. For that, you can observe the experimental setup. You can see the experimental setup. You can see the experimental setup. Already you know the torsional pendulum. Torsional pendulum means upper end is fixed, the lower end is connected to the circular disc, whatever the body we can connect at the lower end. But if suppose we are going to be measuring the rigidity modulus, means we are going to be applying a force tangentially. We are rotating. When we are applying tangentially force, the oscillations will get rotatory motion. Okay? Yeah, for example. Yeah, already in the first trial, we are taken in between the two chuck nuts, length of the wire is 50 centimeter. So now I am going to be applying a force, tangential force by hand itself, like this, rotating, twist. After twisting, we will get oscillation in rotatory motion. You take this one is a reference point. This notch is there now. You can take this as a reference point. Then it start to and fro. You can count 1 like this. What is the time for 10 oscillation? Okay. Yeah, this is the stopwatch we are using. This is the stopwatch. How? On. Start. Now it is stopped. Then reset. Start. For stop, you can use this button, stop. Then for next trial, reset. Like this. After completion of the 10 oscillation, we are stopping the stopwatch. That time we are going to be measuring. You can see this is example. First length is 50. Length is 50. Then for time for 10 oscillation 68 for first trial, and same length we are going to be doing one more. 2 trials we are taken. Then average, making average, T is equal to T1 plus T2 divided by 2. Then capital time period. This is time for 10 oscillation, but we are going to be reducing time for 1 oscillation. That's why we are dividing 10. This period, this is time for 1 oscillation. 6.65 is the time for 1 oscillation. Then we are going to be doing T square. Then L by T square. L by T square. L means length. Length means 15 to 10 raised to minus 2 divided by T square. When we melt, we will get this value. Okay, similarly, we are doing for 60 in between the length of the wire we are making 60. Then 70. We will get 3 L by T square. That we are taking a mean, L by T square mean we want to calculate rigidity modulus. Okay, to calculate rigidity modulus. You can see how to calculate MR. Moment of inertia I is equal to mr square by 2. M is the mass, R is the radius of the circular disc. You know how to calculate. Then you can substitute all the value and do calculation. Finally, I is equal to 0.0001642 kg meter square we will get. Similarly, eta is equal to 8 pi I divided by R to the power of 4. Substitute L by T square mean. Substitute all the values. Finally, eta is equal to 11.68 into 10 to the power of 10 Newton per meter square. Finally, we are going to be writing the results. Moment of inertia I is equal to 16.42 into 10 raised to minus 4 kg meter square. In terms of powers, they are written. Rigidity modulus of the wire eta is equal to